Afternoon. It's day 102. I've just left Chester. It's as always, heading out of town. I always seem to manage that perfect middle of the afternoon heat to hit the trail and start the inevitable climb that always seems to follow. It's not too bad this afternoon, but it's certainly not downhill or flat. I've got to do around 10 miles at least, because coming up is a section called, well, we cross through Lassen National Park, and it is a section where if you're going to camp you're required to carry a bear canister, which none of us carry anymore. So basically the way most people do it is camp as close to the national park boundary as possible without crossing in, and then just hike through in one day. It's only, I think it's just under 20 miles, 19 point something miles to cross that national park, so it's only a small one, and it's certainly doable. So I think it's about 15 miles from the road. If I can do at least 10, then it'll make it a 25-mile day I can get through with relative ease, hopefully, and be out the other side to camp. But certainly I hope to do more than 10. We'll just see how it goes. As I said, there is some climbing to do. Chester was good. It was a pretty hard hitch to get into, about 45 minutes. By the end of it, it's quite a few of us trying to get a ride. We had a convoy of trucks turn around and come back and get us, which was helpful. Getting definitely more efficient at these down stops. I mean, not ultra efficient, but instead of doing 5 miles in, having all of it, like most of a day, taking a 0, then having most of a day and doing 5 miles out. Did 26 miles yesterday. Got in town by 5 o'clock, managed to set up camp at the church, in the backyard there, get to the recommended pizza place, eat the recommended pizza, get to the laundromat, do laundry. They also had a pay shower there, so I had a shower, camped the night, and then today was a little bit more relaxing, just breakfast and coffee and the usual, resupply, and then, I mean, I could have been trying to hitch by about 10:30, but there was no point rushing back out because with that national park there, again, I didn't want to be inside that, so it was just good to hang around town and eat giant milkshake or drink giant milkshakes and go to the burger place and generally just relax. Wasn't much in the way of Wi-Fi, so these videos are starting to accumulate now. Hopefully Bernie has better Wi-Fi and I can actually get some of them uploaded there. One of them at the using the church Wi-Fi last night, spent, I don't know, 6.5 hours on one video, and then it failed about 80% of the way through, so it's a pain in the ass. The best I've ever had it was, I think, in Truckee at the hostel. I was getting about 20-25 minutes per video to upload. Usually it's a couple of hours, so it takes some time. I also talked to Carly, the girl whose cabin I stayed in at Bucks Lake, sorry. And the bear that we saw that night, about midnight, that got into their trash downstairs, yeah, it came back the next night and got into the cabin. Managed to get through the door and was getting to the cat and dog food they had inside the cabin that night. So, yeah, pretty glad I wasn't sleeping on the living room floor that night, because I would not have wanted to wake up in a relatively confined space with a, I'm sure he was very cuddly bear. But yeah, on that note, it's pretty much, things are going smoothly. No major dramas at the moment. The foot's behaving itself for now. The itch is, yeah, it's still there. It's at this particular exact moment in time, it is fine. Hopefully over the next 4 days it improves. Knowing the way things are going, it will probably improve for the next couple of days and be fine while I'm in Burnie, and then the second I get out of Burnie, things will become Burnie. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's probably something I'm going to have to look at, or get looked at sooner rather than later if it doesn't somehow miraculously cure itself. I have some ideas, but yeah, it's been over 400 miles now. It's wearing thin, probably literally and figuratively. So yeah, on that note, I'm going to go back to sweating. We'll start sweating because I can already feel how warm it is. Got some heat wave coming up. I've just learnt there's a fire up near Ashland on the Oregon-California border. According to my little fire app, it's currently destroyed about 30,000 acres and is only about 20% contained. I do believe the PCT is officially closed through there because it is on right across the top of the trail. So fortunately that's probably still a couple of weeks away. So hopefully by then it's contained and there's a solid reroute in place to get past it. Certainly at the moment I don't think I haven't heard if anyone's figured out the way around it. I definitely intend on maintaining my steady stream of footprints all the way to Canada, so that may just mean I have to road walk around a lot of territory. That'll suck, but everyone's got their own goals and mine is to walk a unbroken line, so we'll see what happens. For now, back to feeling like I'm at home in Australia because it's getting pretty warm. So I used to have a small 25-acre hobby farm back in Australia, and I used to describe my dream farm as somehow being hundreds of acres of bushland with a big cleared section for obviously livestock and stuff in the middle, and somehow I'd just have hundreds of acres of bushland around the outside to sort of insulate me from everyone else. And I think I just found this place. It is literally surrounded by hundreds of acres of wilderness all around in all directions, and then a big cleared section for livestock. From here I can see probably close to 100 brown things down there. I think it's safe to assume that they must clearly be bears, so obviously it's not a very safe place to live, but otherwise that'd be my dream farm. Back in the desert section near Mount Baden-Powell, I found a plane crash when I was off trail. This time I'm on trail and I found what looked like a car crash. Got a hood and some other parts there, sorry, well we call it a bonnet, but a hood there. Got a side panel and some air intake ducting there. Down here, got part of the body of the truck, and then way down there, some more of the truck, the rest of it by the look of it. I'm going to go as far as saying it's not worth me scrambling down there to see if there's anything or anyone left, because this is right on the trail. So it's safe to say this stuff's been miraculously dumped here somehow. And they've done well to spread it out. Or they've had the world's biggest crash and somehow managed to break their car into about 6 significant different pieces. So, well done to them. Alright, I did my 15 miles. I'm at the border of Lassen Volcanic National Park where the bear cans are required. I'm sure the bears definitely haven't figured out that if they walk 10 feet on the border across the boundary here, the food's not in bear cans, and on that side it is. They definitely wouldn't figure that out. Again, as usual, I'm more concerned about mosquitoes. I've managed to get inside my tent, I think, without any mosquitoes getting in here. I was getting eaten alive out there. So it's going to be one of those cook and eat and do everything inside the tent and hope that the bears are super unfriendly and unsociable and don't want to be anywhere near me. So that's the plan. If not, I will just yell at them and they'll go away, so it's fine. Whew, 8 o'clock, so I think I start at 2:30, 3-ish, sometime around there. It took like 5 hours, basically 3 miles an hour, so not too bad. Got it done. 26 miles into town yesterday and 15 out. Definitely getting better at this whole town thing. All right, good night.